We've talked a lot lately about the Trans-Pacific Partnership, with the advantages and challenges it will bring to agriculture. We hear a lot about trade deals like this when they're being put together, but oftentimes precious little about them after that.
In this week's Bottom Line, TWILA's Neil Melancon takes a look at how past trade deals have affected the rice industry in particular and how it might fare in a more open trade future.
It's easy to get lost in the details of trade negotiations like the Trans-Pacific Partnership. There are as many moving parts to it as there are countries at the very least, and each of those countries wants to protect what they have while expanding into new territory. For the U.S. rice industry, it's a careful balancing act between opening up new markets and protecting our own industry. At the recent rice meetings in Jennings, USA Rice President and CEO Betsy Ward showed the benefits of what a good trade deal looks like, even while acknowledging there's a ways to go on the TPP.
For example, the Colombia Free Trade Agreement, which has generated new export sales, but also research dollars for the state of Louisiana to the tune of about $2 million. So that's been a trade agreement that works, and we kind of were hoping that TPP would be the same. It didn't quite come out that way for rice. Rice is a tough commodity to negotiate. It's very sensitive. Japan was the sticking point, obviously. So we still have some work to do there.
The bottom line here is not every trade deal is created equally, and the devil certainly is in the details. That's why it's important for rice farmers and industry leaders to stay involved in the process of shaping trade deals so we can have favorable ones like the one we saw with Colombia. The risk of a bad trade deal is not only to our farmers, though. It's to consumers as well. Most consumers like having a choice when it comes to rice, but they also like one of those choices being Louisiana-grown rice. We have a strong tradition of growing rice in the U.S., and retaining that industry means we can continue to get the homegrown rice we all enjoy. For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Neil Melancon.
By the way, rice prices are trading at around $11 per hundredweight, which is down from a year ago, but has remained fairly stable here lately. With oil prices going down, that is going to help rice overall, as the fuel to run water pumps necessary to irrigate rice will be cheaper.
And it's a whole lot cheaper to fill up your car.
Well, that's helpful for us in as far as our fuel prices for our cars, but for our people living along the coast who depend on oil and gas and those jobs, it's a little rough for them too.
Has a ripple effect. Well, that does it for this edition of TWILA. Be sure to join us next week when we'll find out how immigration issues are affecting Louisiana farmers.
Until then, you can watch all of our stories online at twilatv.org, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For all of us here at TWILA, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again right here next week.